welcome to another episode of the Pierce Brothers. Today we're going to be doing something kind of unique again. We're going to be going over our top 2 handguns for each of us. So that's kind of a broad category, obviously, but we just decided, okay, if you could only have 2 handguns the rest of your life, what 2 would they be? And then why would those be the guns? Because we thought, okay, well, is it zombie apocalypse? Is it the end of the world? Is it World War III? You know, what's the scenario behind it? And it's just, okay, if you could only have 2 more handguns the rest of your life, what would they be? Kind of a unique concept. So we'll start with Porter.
Oh, start with me, huh?
Okay, whoever wants to go first.
Put me on the spot. All right, well, one of my tops would be my Black Hawk 357. Now, obviously, I don't have a 9mm dual cylinder for it, but end of the world, fast forward, I'll have another cylinder for it as well. So you'd have 9mm, 38 special, and 357. You can shoot out of one handgun. It's lightweight. It's my everyday carry when I'm up riding on the mountain with my horses or when I'm going up and going hunting. This and my Black Hawk 45. My Black Hawk 45 Colt, it comes with the dual cylinder, 45 ACP and 45 Colt. So, how many 45 ACP guns and ammo are out there? You can always get ammo for it if push comes to shove. But these 2 are my favorite guns. This one I've killed bears with, deer. Same thing with this one. I've shot deer, quite a few coyotes and stuff with it. So, very accurate handguns for most applications. Another gun I didn't realize exactly what they were planning on doing as a video today, but I'd have to almost toss it up and say I'd have to have a 22 of some sort, but I'd probably just make that a rifle. So,
yep. It's kind of a tough dilemma, because
right.
Let's pray that we never have to have only 2 handguns.
Yeah, there's so many different options. So many other stuff I like, It's
Yeah,
hard narrowing it down.
Yeah,
Really
but in an apocalypse situation, this is my thinking. You want one shot, one kill, and that's where a revolver comes in handy because you're not trying to reload fast. You're just trying to make every round count. And revolvers are typically, you usually settle down and have to focus more because you only have 5 or 6 rounds to get the job done. So that's another aspect of that you have to also enter into it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things to consider.
Yeah. Because you're limited, like, let's say you're on horseback or on foot, you can only carry so many rounds of ammo with you. Mm-hmm. So, if you start carrying bulk 9mm with you, that weighs you down pretty fast, but not as fast as 45 ACP or 45 Colt or a bigger caliber handgun. So,
right.
9mm would be one of the most important handgun calibers for decent power to knock down anything you want, as long as you have the right load, obviously. But also that, it doesn't weigh so much that you're packing less other items that you need for survival, like, knife, rope, other things that you would need. So.
And being able to find ammo. You're much more likely to find 9mm ammo than.
Or 45 ACP or some of these other calibers. And that's why I have the dual cylinders, is so that way, throw a cylinder in your backpack and, I got 9mm ammo today. Right. Swap over and away you go. So.
Well, and it's, and that's another thing, okay, well, which caliber do I choose? And then, okay, well, what style handgun? There's so many variables. It's a hard question.
Right.
So throw in the comments, what your 2 handguns would be. That's also something I kind of want to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jake, what do you got?
For me, the choice was pretty simple. Number 1 would be my Smith & Wesson 3rd model hand ejector. This one's in 44 special. I would feel comfortable carrying this. I've carried my Smith & Wesson triple lock with a 4-inch barrel. I carry that one every day. But they're just a very handy gun to pack around. They got plenty of power. I usually carry them with this 250 grain Keith or 255 grain Keith bullet, going 1,000 feet a second. So it's got plenty of power. You could kill any 2-legged or 4-legged critter on the North America with that pretty easy. Reliable, very accurate. double action, so you can great for self-defense as well. So yeah, if you're backpacking, had to hunt with it, self-defense, pretty much any situation, this is a great choice in my opinion. My second would be one of my Browning high powers. I just picked one. This would probably be the one I would pick, but there's other options too. But this one's 9mm, 13 or 15 round magazines. So ammo's really very prevalent, easy to come across. They're accurate, very reliable. I've never really had any reliability issues with high powers with the external extractor. That was a huge improvement they did. So yeah, very robust, reliable guns, accurate. This one I also carry quite a bit. It's got the SFS system, so very safe. You basically just chamber around, push the hammer, so the gun's never going to go off unless you push the safety back and it's ready to go. So yeah, those would probably be my two I would pick. So I'd cover ammunition, 9mm, easy to come across. Of course, 44 special, I can use it to kill anything for hunting and whatnot. So yeah.
Yep. So for me, it was kind of a hard choice. Really hard, actually.
Obviously, he's going to pick autoloaders.
Autoloaders, whatever. My first choice would be my P365 from 6 Hour. The reason for that is because I can take this trigger out, the whole fire control unit, and swap it to larger or smaller grip modules to either have more or less capacity, to make it bigger or smaller. So I could use it as a concealed carry gun, and I could also have it just be like a main sidearm with 17+1 capacity. The slide length, you can get different slide lengths, different barrel lengths. I've got a few, but this is my current configuration. So that's a great option. That would be my main defensive handgun against, people and stuff. And then it was really hard to pick my second. Very hard, but I have to go with my Colt M45A1. Of course, 45 ACP, the Lord's caliber. Can't go wrong there. And this could be also a main carry gun for defensive purposes, as well as if you were going to go to the mountains or something, you could use 45 ACP. I wouldn't want to use 45 ACP on a grizzly, but over here in western Idaho, all we have is black bears. So you can kill one pretty easy. But that'd be a toss-up, too. Do I want to take a revolver and 45 ACP? That's a hard decision, So
I can't believe you're not picking your 226 single action.
This would have been, but then I thought, okay, well, if I only had two I would have to I got to have 45. I couldn't just have 9mm. And this one's a little harder to conceal, and that's why I like the SIG, the 365, a little better, because I can make it bigger or smaller depending on what purpose I'm using it for, whether I'm concealed carrying inside the waistband or carrying it in a holster outside the waistband. I can make it small and comfortable to carry as a concealed weapon, or I can make it bigger and carryable on a belt holster, outside the waistband. So that's why I chose that. And I've shot lots and lots of rounds through that 365, and I've had zero issues. So reliable, great gun, but and it's versatile in how you configure it. But yeah, it was hard. It was a really hard decision. I just got this 1917 from Jake on a deal, and that would be another great option because it's 45 ACP, the Lord's caliber, and it's a double action revolver, which is pretty handy. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a hard decision, but I think I'd have to go with the old 1911 because two-time World War champion, whatever you want to say. So, but yeah, that's a really tough decision. It was hard to make. So I think 3 handguns would be better, but
yeah, because you throw in 22.
Yeah, you throw in whatever your third gun would be, and you could be a little more versatile that way. So I think 2 is pretty hard to do, but.
Yeah. If I would throw in a third, it'd be one of my 1911s. So
yeah, Yep.
Rifles, though, that'd be a whole nother scenario.
Yeah, we'll probably have a rifle video here soon, so watch for that. That'd be a fun one.
Yeah. And maybe we'll do that in the next month or so.
Yeah, maybe next month would be a fun one. So, yep. All right, well, there it is. Thank you for watching this episode of the Pierce Brothers. Again, let us know in the comments what your 2 preferred handguns would be and why. If you want to leave a nice long comment, feel free. And then don't forget to subscribe and share.